Hi everyone, this is Megan and this is my digital portfolio for the Capstone project. So this is part of my why. My dad unfortunately passed away this past February due to a long-term challenging battle with a neurological condition. I won't get too much into that because it's rather sad and hard for me to talk about. But as far as my dad goes, he was a person that was always so strong, and his strength was something I admired all the time. But more than that was his kind, caring compassion that he gave to everyone around him. So for my future in nursing, I want to provide care that is similar to the way that I actually saw nurses take care of my dad. I saw settings from ICU all the way to hospice care of nurses that really touched my family with the care they provided, and I want to bring forth the optimism and empathy he taught me with every patient encounter I have in nursing. So this is Casey. He's another big part of my why for this project. His impact on me doesn't really have to do with why I'm going to be a nurse, but more my growth as a person and why nursing has been really important to my life. So Casey was my boyfriend for about over a year, and he had passed away over the summer due to a fatal motorcycle accident. He was my best friend and my biggest supporter through a lot of the hard times, especially when I'd be crying over nursing exams. But Casey really did teach me that there's more to life than the deadlines of an exam or a project. He taught me that it's okay to, laugh things off and that life doesn't have to be so serious. But he also taught me just how fragile life can be. One day he was in my life and the next he was gone, and this loss was quite traumatic for me. It made me question a lot of going into this profession. I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to handle it anymore. But from this experience, I'm going to be able to use this in further nursing practice for similar situations of sudden loss, which, we see in nursing all the time. So, bringing in a more positive light, there's been a lot of growth through my journey of nursing, starting with freshman year. I was really anxious for a new beginning. Going to college, I wasn't sure what to expect. I was fearful of what nursing school was going to be. I had heard a lot of traumatizing stories from friends saying how hard it was and how scary nursing professors could be. But starting in freshman year, I met my best friend. This is Sydney, as most of you know, and she is absolutely my person. She's been there for me through it all and continues to make me laugh and always have my back. One thing about me and Sydney is we do have a dark and twisted sense of humor, and she just understands everything that I've ever been through because she's been through a lot of it herself. I respect her so much, and she's been a pivotal part of my life, and I've been able to lean on her when I thought I had nobody else. Yeah, she's my best friend. Moving into sophomore year was quite the reality check of what nursing school is like. The workload became a lot. We went into clinicals for the first time, and that was pretty scary, but I learned a lot this year. I realized how important it was to have friends that are also in nursing because they are there to lean on when you feel like you're gonna fail out and not be a good nurse. But, we stayed up late, we studied together, and we laughed. You can see in these pictures Erica with her stethoscope in the mirror when we were living at school. Also, during sophomore year, COVID-19 started, which is crazy to think about because I feel like it's just been here the whole time. I haven't realized how long it's been. But so we were sent home, and it was a big transition going from in-person lectures to online. And this transition really taught me a lot of resilience. I was able to, finish my sophomore year from home, which was really crazy to think about and I was not expecting it. Moving into junior year, this was the hardest year academically. I struggled in maternity, as did a lot of us. It tested me emotionally. There were many days where I would study what seemed like my life away, from early morning to late at night, and I wasn't getting the results that I wanted on exams. But I made it through because I found strength and support from my friends and family. Shout out to Liv for always staying up late and studying with me over Zoom because we were still at home. But this was a tough year, but I made it through, and I really saw how far dedication gets you in nursing school. Lastly, senior year. Honestly, this year has been probably the roughest year of my life, between the loss of my dad and my boyfriend. Coming into this year, I almost wanted to take a step back and take a gap year just from the loss I had suffered with Casey, but I knew he'd be mad at me if I didn't finish, and I'd probably be mad at myself. So a big part of this year has been perseverance for me. There's been many days that I want to give up, and there's been many times that, I felt like it's all too much and that I wanted to just completely walk away from nursing. But I'm happy that I didn't. I'm happy that I decided to keep coming back and to not take a gap year, because this career has always been something I've dreamed of. I want to make a difference in other people's lives. I want to care for people because it's just always been something I wanted to do, and I've seen how powerful it can be with watching people help care for my own dad. But again, this year has been a really tough year, but a lot of support from friends and family have got me to the end, and I'm really happy to graduate. So my next step is graduation, which I'm so excited for, and I can't believe it's finally coming around the corner. I'm manifesting that I will pass the NCLEX, and I'm looking forward to working as an RN in the acute care hospital setting, and honestly making a difference in the world of nursing. Nursing has had so much surrounding negativity, especially recently, but I've really had the opportunity to work with such amazing nurses that have shown me the power of strength and resiliency from the pandemic and even now. Also, this is a cute little picture of my clinical group that I've been with over this semester. That's Professor Murphy. And with these guys, I've really had a great time in clinical, and I've learned so much on the floor we've been on. But I've been overall really thankful for my friends and family in this journey, and I'm excited for the future. And lastly, here are just some pictures throughout the few years of nursing school. Thank you for watching my presentation.